Khan, Drunk Boxing, aka Mr. Moonshine himself. Ladies and gentlemen, get out the train, ladies and gentlemen. Get the hell out the train on the next stop. Get the hell out the Bud Crawford train immediately. It's not going anywhere. Bud Crawford does not want to fight Keith Thurman. Bud Crawford does not want to challenge himself in 147 pounds. Bud Crawford's not probably looking for another mean machine. Probably his next opponent will be the meaner machine. Probably after that will be the meanest machine. He does not want to challenge himself in 147 pounds. They called out his bluff. Keith Thurman called out his bluff. His rep sent the offer that's reported, said it's $10 million. They think it's too much. Look, if you're going to negotiate, you're gonna go high and let them bring that money low. That's negotiations. If Keith Thurman is saying $10 million, it's your job to negotiate and meet middle ground. So it's not about what's reported $10 million and then you just not call back or you just remove yourself from the table. No, negotiate the deal. Look, in the end of the day, for Bud Crawford fans, I love Bud Crawford. Modern day warrior, modern day gladiators. All of these guys, all of these gals, they put their life on the line for pure entertainment. I love Bud Crawford. I believe that he has everything in the toolbox. But it just seems like in 147 pounds, they do not want to put this man in the ring with the top dogs in 147. I don't want to hear about this side of the street. I don't want to hear about PBC. I don't want to hear about Al Heyman. All right, because Bud Crawford has gotten this hype that he is pound for pound regarded number 1, 2, 3. You can flip it around. You know what? His last opponent was Mean Machine. He has no opponent right now. Matter of fact, Bud Crawford needs Keith Thurman more than Keith Thurman needs Bud Crawford. At this point in their career, people are asking more out of Bud Crawford than Keith Thurman right now. Bud Crawford needs this fight. Keith Thurman, he got the Earl Spence fight if he wants. He got a Daniel Garcia rematch if he wants. He got Porter rematch if he wants. He got Manny Pacquiao rematch. He's on that side. He's on that side of the street. He doesn't need a Bud Crawford. Bud Crawford needs to prove something that he is this caliber of fighter that they say he is in 147 pounds. Yes, he got all the tools in the toolbox, but who are you putting those tools up against? That's the question. Now, you could tell by his tweet and you could tell by Bomac, who said once before last year that who will be the toughest opponent for Bud Crawford. Bomac said will be Keith Thurman. When they were talking about in comparison, who will be his toughest fight, Earl Spence or Keith Thurman? Bomac said Keith Thurman. Bomac said Keith Thurman. Now, if y'all want to talk about money, Keith Thurman has one of the best resumes in 147 pounds. Keith Thurman was unified welterweight champion of the world. Now, people want to say, oh, but what Keith Thurman did lately, what has he done? He's still not the same as the 2007 Keith Thurman when he beat Daniel Garcia, and before that, he beat Sean Porter going back to back. Ladies and gentlemen, like I said in my live show, like I said before, Bud Crawford is probably the one that's still living, or his status, his position in a lot of people, in a lot of people of his ranking, he's in that position because what he did in 2017, not because what he did in the welterweight division. He's still living off what he did as an undisputed at the 140 pounds. That's where they got Bud Crawford at. He's still hyped by the undisputed that he acclaimed in the 140 pounds, but 147 pounds. What has he surprised anybody? Has he, like Jeff Horn, Jose Benavidez, Mean Machine, Amir Khan? That ain't do it. Not in comparison to these other guys in 147 pounds that's fighting one another. So I don't know what Bud is. I really think now that Bud just doesn't want to fight. Top Rank doesn't want to fight. Bob Arum doesn't want to fight. This is the biggest fight. Matter of fact, this is a bigger fight than Earl Spence and Daniel Garcia. Matter of fact, this fight could probably make the most money in 2020 aside from Fury and Wilder. Yes, it would. And go to any other poll, go to any other publications, go to any other YouTube channel and say what fight will be bigger. At this point, of all the fights that's out there right now, put Keith Thurman and Bud Crawford, and you tell me how much that's going to make. Ladies and gentlemen, Bud Crawford do not want this fight. Now him and his team is trying to shame Keith Thurman and letting people know that $10 million, he's outpricing himself, because that's the trend now. Overpricing yourself is the new form of ducking. Nah, Nah, I could see Keith Thurman's resume, and anybody out there could see Keith Thurman's resume. Hate him or love him, we all know the dude is not a ducker. Just look at his resume. But looking at Bud Crawford, it might not be Bud Crawford himself because he's a fighter. But his handlers, they sure is ducking. They're avoiding. They quack, 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 quack goops. That's who they are. They're the mighty ducks. That's it. Everybody get out the Bud Crawford train. I support the dude as a fighter, family man, great father, and things of that nature. Great skills. But you know what? When it comes to the 147 pounds, he's just another fighter to us. That's it. I said it. This is Punch From Boxing. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell. Get my updated videos. Hashtag send the contract, Bud. Fight. Or just go to the 154 or go back to the 140. It doesn't seem like you want to compete in 147 pounds. That's it. I had to say it. And this and Bud Crawford, this is coming from a Bud Crawford, one of Bud Crawford's fans right here. But I got to keep it real. I got to keep it unbiasedly, logically, and objectively. It is what it is.